Let's find out from Kola Balogun, who is the chairman, Momas Electricity Manufacturing Company here in Nigeria. He joins us today. Morning, and thank you for joining us. Tell us about the, because Dr. Amadi raised the question of companies complaining that the discos, or so they say they want smart meters, but you manufacturers are not manufacturing smart meters, and the meters that you have can be easily cloned, and that's bad for business. Is that correct? Okay, we lost that connection, but you know we'll get him back and to speak to us on what is the position of this metering challenge that we've got in the country. But at the moment, it's 5 years down the line now since you took that job. So does that mean
4 years?
4 years. How much of that percentage has closed? Because when you talk in 2 years, you couldn't do that in 2 years, but now it's 4. How much have you closed that gap?
Two things. One, I think our latest assessment is that the metering gap could be maybe about 50% or less. But then, two things you have to remark. One is that new connections are coming in. So if you have a backlog and people are building new houses, you are metering them. That's one. Two, the metered population differs across discos. Some discos are doing very well. For example, Iko, up until now, did very well. Ikeja, under the government ownership, did slightly well. Like I said before, the standard of metering in the new Ikeja is not as it was before. And the reason they gave us is that when they came in, they have to deal with the corruption around the management of the metering, the cap me process, and now they are rolling out. Okay, pardon me, let me button. We'll have Engineer Kola Balogun, who joins. He's back on the line. Did you hear my question, Engineer Kola Balogun?
No, Chimbali, please, kindly repeat the question.
All right, I did ask that the discos are saying that the quality of the meters that are being manufactured by companies like yours in the country at the moment is not good enough, because they say they require smart meters, the ones that cannot easily be cloned or bypassed, that's not happening. The ones you manufacture can easily be cloned and bypassed.
Thank you very much, Chimbali. I quite appreciate. Hello?
Go ahead, we can hear you.
Okay. I quite appreciate what Dr. Amadi has said in his remark, that they've licensed some meter manufacturer. But today, the quality of meter we are producing in Nigeria can actually surpass some of the ones even outside the country. Because in my factory, for instance, we have a smart meter that actually can write on GPRS. If every Nigerian can write on their BlackBerry, which is using the same GPRS, the meter we produce in my factory can as well do the same. It can be very interactive, because the smart technology is still something that is being piloted all over the world. There is no country that has go full-blown smart metering, because we have to define in which platform they are going to ride on. Are we riding existing infrastructure, which is the power line carrier, or are we riding on GPRS? GPRS is the most flexible and secure. Hello?
We can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay. The GPRS is the most secure network, which is under or utilized by the GSM operator that every meter can ride on. If everybody uses BlackBerry, meter can well do the same thing. Our meter complies to smart metering. But because we have this mindset that everything that is produced in Nigeria is not of quality, but there is no any single proof, because even the smart meter is deployed in Abuja is still the best.
So what exactly is the situation with your meters? Are you just hearing this complaint, or have you heard it before from the discos?
We don't have direct contact with the consumers. We have to supply the disco has to interfere with the consumer. And those are the challenges we've been facing in the industry, because consumer has no direct link to us. If we have an intermediary agency that will buy meter and sell directly to the consumer, I think it will go a long way to address the issues, because there are two fundamental issues that is facing the downstream collection efficiency: the billing platform, which we equally produce in Nigeria, and the metering.
But Mr. Balo, that wasn't the question I asked. I asked you if the discos had given you these complaints before now about smart meters, or are you just getting to hear that for the first time?
Well, I'm just asking for the first time, because no disco has come directly to me that this is the kind of smart meter they want up to today. And some of the disco are still using a meter up to today.
So what is the challenge then that you have with the discos?
The issue is that funding is one. The fact that we cannot give credit line is another challenge that is facing the implementation of metering, because some of the foreign investors, some of the foreign manufacturers of meters say they can give them credit line, which we cannot afford because we don't have a cheap funding from our bank. Most of the cheapest fund we have gotten in the bank is Bank of Industry, and to set up the factory. It's not to actually run the business.
Okay.
And every meter that comes out of the country, especially in China, has been subsidized by their government, so they can afford to actually give credit line. Those are the challenges we are facing as a manufacturer in Nigeria.
Engineer Balogun, we will come back to you. Let's just bring in Dr. Madi. Dr. Madi, what he's talking about, is there need to have an intermediary agency to liaise between them and the consumer? Because he's saying that the discos are not going about it the right way. That's what he's implying.
No, I think it's wrong. You know, we are running a bundled distribution network. That means the guy who carries the power on the network is the guy who does metering and billing. The discos should be in control of the meters, because that's the gateway to the revenue. It's like an invoicing. You sell product, you invoice somebody. So why would an intermediary own the billing platform that your revenue comes from? Like in developed countries like the UK and US, where we have unbundled, we have retail and distribution different. That means the retail distribution business is just carrying the power. So you buy power from the distribution company as a supplier. I come to China, I supply you. So the supplier will build the meter because that's the source of getting his revenue. What they should be, I think he has made a good point about that problem, and it ties to fiscal policy incentive structure in the country, the economy. These disco people are going to buy meter on credit, because they're going to recover after they've installed. It's part of proposal. So they need financing. Now, when they come to you and say, give us meter, we'll pay, we want 500 meters, and we'll pay maybe in the next 3, 4, 5 months. You can't give them credit line. So some of them are going to China. In fact, I've spoken with them, we say, look, they said they have got better deals where they can buy these meters on credit, and then these guys wait for them to recover money, and otherwise we're going to have the tariff go up. So essentially, I think it should be addressed from a macroeconomic point of view. How can we help? NEC has tried by setting up a framework that says we want local meters.
That's what we'll continue in just a moment. So, Kola Balogun, could you just hang on a minute? We'll take a quick break. We'll be back and continue this discussion. Don't go away.